kind of funny that life gets in the way of running a YouTube channel about life, right? I don't even know what to say. It's been a long time since I posted here, and it's entirely on me, obviously, but I've been doing a lot of living, and I see the irony in living so much and going through so much that I didn't have time, or at least I told myself I didn't have time to get on here and record a video. When what I should have done is, in these tough moments, in these exciting moments, what I should have done is pulled out my camera and shared it and made you a part of it too, because that's why we're all here, and I've lost track of that. But man, life gets weird. It gets hard. It gets like, it's frustrating and scary, and at the same time, you meet amazing people and have amazing adventures, and you get caught up in that stuff. And here's what I've been thinking lately, is that as humans, for whatever reason, we have this tendency to spiral in our minds. And I am certainly guilty of that. And I know other people who are guilty of that, where we start to get nervous about an upcoming situation or the possibility of an upcoming situation. And what do? We create the absolute worst case scenario in our mind. Why do we do that? We spiral until we've convinced ourselves that the worst case is actually true, when in fact, nothing's actually happened yet. We're building this fake reality, and we're spending all this mental capacity to build the worst one possible. Why? Why do we do that when we can use the same brain power to spiral up and create the absolute best case scenario in our mind? I've been really trying to do that lately, and it's difficult. I think for whatever reason, as humans, we have this built-in process. Maybe it's protective. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's from our caveman days to keep us safe from predators, whatever it is, I don't know. But we build the worst case scenario in our minds. And maybe it's to help us prepare for that scenario and help us get out of that scenario. But I think we've evolved past that. And I think we're at the point now where we can create the best case scenario in our minds and believe that that's the one that's happening for us. It's like, in our heads, these worst case scenario takes the easiest path of resistance, the path of least resistance, like water coming down a hill. It's gonna find the best and fastest way to get down the hill. And for whatever reason, in our heads, the worst case scenario is the path of least resistance. But we gotta build a dam, and we gotta divert that water, and we gotta get our heads going back uphill, because it takes the same amount of brain power. And we're stressing out about made-up situations, or the possibility of a made-up situation happening. Let's just end that. Let's create the best case scenarios in our heads. What could it be like? How wonderful could it be? Let's create that. Let's spiral up.